Friday, 12th of June 2015. Very first, Daily Mirror. Iranian crude oil controversy. US representative meets CPC chief. CPC says it resisted heavy pressure from Abu Dhabi broker to dump consignment. Despite Foreign Affairs Ministry spokesperson Damishi Kolane denied any attempt to unload 1 million barrels of Iranian crude oil in the Colombo port, a White House-nominated US State Department envoy met Ceylon Petroleum Corporation chairman Ranjit Wickramasinghe to discuss this matter. Next headline, no faith motion against Ravi on July 4th. The government yesterday agreed to allow the debate on the no confidence motion against Finance Minister Ravi Karunanayake on July 4th, but the opposition insisted that it should be taken up next week. Next headline, DM Ratnasiri appointed presidential advisors. Former Prime Minister Ratnasiri Wickramasinghe and DM Jayaratne were yesterday appointed senior political advisors to the President Maithripala Sirisena, the presidential secretariat said. Next headline, Champika opposes compensation to tigers. Jatika Elauru General Secretary and Power and Energy Minister Patali Champika Ranawaka said yesterday the cabinet paper submitted to grant compensation to the injured LTT terrorists had to be withdrawn after he opposed such a move. Next headline, COP wants 10 more days for CB bond probe. Committee on Public Enterprises Chairman DEW Gunasekara has sought at least 10 more days for the completion of inquiries into the alleged central bank bond scam before submitting the report to Parliament. Next, move to Daily News. FCID investigation at dead end. No arrest of political nature. IGP directs FCID and CID. Basis of order not clear. Some important investigations already completed. The IGP has directed the heads of the Police Financial Crime Investigation Division and Criminal Investigation Department to desist from making arrest of political nature until further notice. IGP N.K. Ilangakona has given this instruction against a backdrop where certain politicians and former state officials have sought the judiciary's intervention to prevent possible arrest. However, the IGP instruction has put a damper on some key investigations carried out by the police, FCID and the CID, highly placed sources of the police headquarters told Daily News. Next headline, special cabinet meeting today to finalize 20A. A special meeting of the Cabinet of Ministers of scheduled for today to discuss and reach a decision on the 20th amendment to the Constitution aimed at electoral reforms. Cabinet spokesman Minister Rajita Senaratne yesterday said the government was confident of arriving at a suitable formula on electoral reforms which is agreeable to all major political parties at today's meeting. Next headline, government realizes true value of diaspora community. Foreign Minister. Today, you formally renew ties with your country of origin Sri Lanka and become citizen of this country again in addition to the countries which you have chosen as your new homes, said Foreign Minister Mangala Samaravira. The minister was addressing a ceremony to hand over dual citizenship certificates to recipients yesterday. Next headline, CC will begin work with 7 members. Cabinet spokesman Minister Dr. Rajita Senaratne yesterday said that the Constitutional Council will begin work with the 7 members until the 3 civil society members are approved by Parliament. In reply to a question by a journalist at yesterday's media briefing at the Government Information Department to announce the decision arrived at by the Cabinet on the previous day, Dr. Senaratne said that the Cabinet had decided that the CC could function with 7 members and it could begin its work. Next, move to Ceylon today. Purchase of computers, massive fraud at Education Ministry. Education Minister Akula Viraj Karyavasam told Parliament yesterday that he would order an investigation into the allegation of massive fraud in the purchase of 60,000 personal computers by the Education Ministry during the previous regime. The computers were to be installed in science laboratories. He said that the 60,000 computers had been purchased at a price of 110,000 per unit when they could have been bought at between 40,000 to 50,000 each. The minister said that each lab had been given 60 computers and it was obvious that there had been a fraud in purchasing them for a higher price. Next headline, Mahinda accepts his mistakes. The 100 days allocated to deliver the promises made by the government to the people has slept. Whilst a few largest were met, certain key factors including electoral reforms are yet to see the light of the day. In the same light, a few political parties have changed colors and the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, of which President Maithripala Sirisena was the General Secretary, is also facing an imminent split due to two factions that formed within the United People Freedom Alliance, led by the SLF, of which one faction are Maitri loyalists and other Mahinda loyalists. Western Province Councillor and leader of the Pivithiru Hela Urimaya Udayan Gammanpila, a key member of the latter group, spoke at length to Sri Lanka today on matters pertaining to former President Mahinda Rajapaksa's future in Sri Lankan politics. Next headline, JVP must end, Somawansa. Former JVP leader Somawansa Amarasinghe, addressing the media yesterday, said the Janata Vimukti Peramuna must come to an end because it's today a misguided political movement. He alleged that the JVP has taken money from those who were behind the attempt coup on 9th January, and that is why they pretend ignorance of the attempt conspiracy. The JVP was created to protect democracy and social justice. That's headlines of today's newspapers. We'll meet tomorrow with more headlines. Until then, log on with Athavan News.